All right, we've all seen it, right? You're driving down the road, and there's this mysterious piece of construction equipment just humming away. What is it even doing? Well, today, we're going to solve that puzzle. We're going to uncover the surprisingly clever work that's happening right underneath our feet. So, yeah, picture this. You're heading out for the day, and you come across this exact scene. You got a truck, a couple of workers, and that big, loud yellow machine. And there's this long hose that just kind of snakes down into a manhole. It's such a familiar sight, but it always leaves you wondering, what in the world is going on here? It's easy to assume it's something simple. But the real story, the interesting part, isn't what's happening up here on the surface. Nope. The real action, the truly cool part, is going down deep inside the city's hidden network of pipes. Okay, so let's put on our detective hats for a minute. We've got our scene, we've got our clues. We're going to piece it all together to figure out not just what that machine is, but what incredible process it's a part of. First things first, let's identify our main suspect. That yellow box? That's a portable air compressor. And its entire job, its whole reason for being, is to suck in normal air, squeeze it down really tight, and then blast it out at high pressure through that big yellow hose. Think of it like a giant, superpowered lung. But here's the thing. The compressor isn't working alone. That's where the other clues come in. You've got that specialized truck, which is basically mission control for this whole operation. You've got the workers, and they're laser focused on that open manhole. That's their doorway to the world below. And of course, that yellow hose, the lifeline that connects the power on the street to the work underground. Okay, so we know what all the pieces are. We've got a compressor, a truck, a hose. But that's just a list of stuff, right? The real million-dollar question is, what amazing thing are they all working together to do? And the answer, honestly, sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Instead of digging up the entire street for days or weeks to replace one broken pipe, they're actually building a brand new one right inside the old, damaged one. It's a method called trenchless repair. The specific technique they're using is called cured-in-place pipe, or CIPP for short, and it is a seriously elegant solution. What they do is take this soft, flexible tube, kind of like a huge fabric hose. They soak it in a special kind of resin, and then they feed it down into the damaged pipe. So, think of it like this. They're basically putting a giant sock into the old pipe. First, that resin-soaked liner goes in. Then, and this is the magic part, they inflate it with air, pushing it super tight against the inside of the old cracked pipe. And finally, they use something like hot water or UV light to cure that resin, which turns that soft sock into a rock-hard, brand-new pipe. It's totally seamless, structurally sound. It's perfect. So you might be asking, why go through all this trouble? Well, think about the alternative. The old way means bringing in backhoes, digging a massive trench across the road, shutting down traffic for weeks. It's a huge mess. But this trenchless method, all they need is a small access point, like that manhole. It's way faster, creates way less disruption, and honestly, it just keeps the whole city moving. And that brings us right back to where we started, back to our mysterious yellow machine. Now we can finally understand why that air compressor is the real unsung hero of this whole operation. It has two absolutely critical jobs to do. Its number one job, its main purpose, is to provide the inflate part of the process. All that high-pressure air gets pushed through the hose to blow up that resin-soaked liner like a long balloon. It presses it firmly against the walls of the old pipe and holds everything perfectly in place while the resin hardens. It's pretty simple. No air, no new pipe. And its second job? Well, that same compressor can also be used to power all sorts of pneumatic or air-powered tools. So if the crew needs an air wrench or a cutter, they just hook it up. It's a mobile, versatile power station for the whole worksite. So the next time you see one of these setups on the side of the road, you won't just see a noisy machine. You'll be seeing something way bigger. You'll be witnessing a quiet revolution in how we keep our cities running. Really, the big takeaway here is that this unassuming yellow box makes it possible to repair our cities from the inside out. It keeps our essential services flowing without all the chaos of tearing up the streets. It's saving our roads, it's saving us time, and it's saving our cities a ton of money. It's a hidden, high-tech upgrade happening right there in plain sight. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it, if this whole complex, brilliant process is hiding behind such a simple-looking machine. What other amazing, invisible work is happening all around us every single day, just waiting for us to notice?